If you're going to make a decision to embark on a journey of semen retention, then what you are doing as a man is choosing a path of evolution, a path which not many men choose to take. What is good is fantastic, and what's fantastic is today. Now, if you have noticed what is going on in our society, you will have realized that men seem to be getting weaker and weaker by the day. This is happening all over the world. And when we finally discover things like nofap and semen retention, what we are doing as men is finding new forms of initiations that we can provide for ourselves in order to evolve, in order to force ourselves to push on and become better individuals, become wiser, smarter, more intelligent. I've mentioned in previous videos about how our ancestors used to have forms of initiations that were quite tough, right? Things that would probably destroy us in today's day and age, in today's society. But we have evolved as people, we have changed. But unfortunately for men, that change hasn't always been beneficial. So first of all, I want you to know and understand that if you are going to embark on a journey of nofap or semen retention, which requires discipline, motivation, drive, ambition, all of the things that it takes to do hard work and perfect it, well, you're going to have to apply them when you embark on these two journeys. And I say this because I've experienced it for myself. I've only become a master, so to speak, of nofap because I've put in the time, the effort, and the energy, and there was nothing easy about it. So I now consider nofap and semen retention to be forms of initiations, things that are going to push you to evolve, things that are going to push you to grow, almost like catalysts, right? The reason why men seem to be getting weaker and weaker in our society is because, first of all, life is just far too comfortable. And secondly, there seems to be a higher force at play, a higher force that is trying to take away the masculinity in male nature, right? And you can see this through movements like feminism. And I don't have anything against feminism. I actually vouch for the equality of women. However, there are feminists out there who are deciding to blame men for things that are going on in the world, right? And it's not our fault as men. We are just here just as women are. That's just one example of how there seems to be a war on men's spirituality in this world, in this existence. And so as men, we have to take a step back, analyze what is really going on, take a look at the world for what it truly is, and then decide the path we want to take. How do we want to carry on going about our lives? Do we want to continue getting weaker and weaker? Do we want to play victim roles? Or are we going to find ways to change things? Are we going to find ways to adapt, ways to become wiser, smarter, more intelligent? And we can do this through things like, once again, nofap and semen retention. If you're disciplined enough, especially in a society where we have all of this access to pornography online, in a society where everything is sexualized, in a society and a generation where doctors are advocating for masturbation to relieve of stress and anxiety and to help with sleep, then you are doing a wonderful thing by deciding to embark on a journey of nofap and semen retention. And I say this because it's not easy to do, right? There's nothing simple about doing any of these movements. And so if you're dedicated enough, if you're committed enough to go on a streak, then really you should give yourself a pat on the back. You should be thanking yourself. You should admire yourself because you're doing something that only a man could do. You're doing something that is difficult, something that is challenging. Times have changed since the days of our ancestors, so we no longer reside in forests. Many of us don't hunt anymore. We don't gather. We don't go out into the wild. We are in offices, in cities all day. We're on public transport. We're in cars. We spend a lot of time in houses and apartments. And so life has definitely changed. And then add the concept of technology to that. We now have the internet, globalization. Everyone is connected through devices like tablets, mobile phones, and laptops. And so as we are evolving with all of this change, all of this technology, we have to stay awake. We have to stay alert to what's really going on, right? So once again, give yourself credit if you are on nofap and semen retention. And you should probably give yourself more credit than you already do, because there is nothing easy about staying dedicated and true to those movements in this day and age that we find ourselves in. Divine Masculine Tantra, I hope to see you on the next video.